Hey everybody, my name is Kyle and this is Track by Track, music reviews, news, and commentary. And today I'm here to talk about what I think is the dumbest CD packaging I've seen in a long time. I'm not talking about the worst CD packaging, it's just dumb. They've made poor choices in the way that they package this. And just to set things up in the appropriate way here, those of us that still buy physical media, and in my case, CDs, the packaging matters. We could stream this stuff for much less than it costs us to buy it. So when a record company puts something out and the packaging sucks, that's kind of a slap in the face to the people who are still buying that product. So it really annoys me when there's not appropriate thought and care put into a physical release of any album. And the one that we're going to talk about today is the worst offender I've seen in a long time. What is that album? Well, it's the new deluxe edition of Around the World in a Day by Prince. I'll talk about why I think this packaging is so dumb in just a minute. I want to start, though, by talking about the music. I will say that Around the World in a Day has never been one of my favorite albums from Prince. I don't tend to pull it out very often. Everybody knows the album for the songs like Raspberry Beret and Pop Life. America was also a minor hit off of this one too. But otherwise, I really don't tend to pull this out too often. Not one I enjoy a lot. When it comes to who are my favorite artists, I rarely mention Prince on that short list. But I have this phenomenon where almost every time I listen to some of his albums, they blow me away in a manner that's unlike any other artist. For example, when I play the album Sign of the Times by Prince, every time I hear it, it's almost like I'm hearing it fresh. And I'm just like blown away by the songwriting and the choices that he makes there for production. And the whole thing is so epic. And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy is a genius. This is a masterpiece. And I feel that on a number of Prince albums. I'm just blown away every time I listen to those records, and I don't feel that way when I listen to Around the World in a Day. There is some good stuff on here, but it's not one that if I wanted to impress someone upon why Prince is a genius, this wouldn't be one that I would play for them. But here we have the new deluxe edition of Around the World in a Day. It sounds better than it's ever sounded, that's for sure. The new remastering or remixing sounds great. So, you're going to get the best listening experience, I think, that you've ever had with the new deluxe edition. But for me, the gold mine is the second disc with the B-sides and the 12-inch mixes. There's some really good stuff on there, and I think that I'm going to end up playing those far more than going back and listening to the album itself. You may have heard some of these songs as B-sides in the past. Girl is a great track. There's two different versions of that on here for the B-sides. She's Always in My Hair. That's a great song. There's a terrific extended mix of that's on here. There's 12-inch mixes of some of the other songs like Raspberry Beret and Pop Life that are really good. The B-sides album ends with two versions of the song For the Tears in Your Eyes. Now, to me, the highlight of the disc is the final version of For the Tears in Your Eyes, which you may already have if you have the Prince Hits and B-Sides collection, the 3-disc set that came out back in the early 90s. But there are two very different versions of the song that appear on the deluxe edition, because the version that's on the hits and the B-sides is not the original version of the song. The original version actually came out on this, We Are the World, the album. Prince didn't participate in recording the song We Are the World, and instead he contributed a song for the album. In fact, if you listen to Girl, that has he references that in the lyrics, that he'd rather write a song than sing. So For the Tears in Your Eyes was his contribution to the We Are the World album. This is pretty rare. You may not have this in your collection. So if you don't, picking up the new Around the World in a Day Deluxe Edition may help you complete your Prince collection by getting the version that's on this that hasn't been reissued in any other format until this new deluxe edition. So check that out. That being said, I actually would say that I prefer the hits and B-sides version. It's slowed down from the version that was on We Are the World, and it has a little bit more of an exotic feel to it, and I really do like it a lot. It's a really terrific track. It sounds great on the new deluxe edition. If you don't have the hits and the B-sides with that either, then I think you'll find that to be one of the real gems on this new deluxe edition. So that's my recommendation as far as the music is concerned. I think this is really worth picking up for the B-sides and extended versions that are on the second disc. And then, of course, if you like the album, if this is one that you do find yourself going back to, the remixing, remastering on it sounds terrific. All right, let's talk about the dumb packaging that we have with Around the World in a Day, the deluxe edition. So as you can see already, it's got a shine to it. There's a foil cover, and that's probably the only thing I like about this. It does give it a very deluxe kind of feel with the foil effect there, and that continues on the inside. It's almost mirror-like here on the inside. So that's nice, but what you'll notice here is as they've replicated the cover art from the original album, which probably all of you have, you'll notice that the psychedelic logo that's here on the balloon doesn't appear on the cover anymore. In fact, that logo doesn't appear anywhere in the artwork for the new package. It's not in the liner notes. It's not on the interior of the CD case that I showed you here a minute ago. It's not on the CDs either. It's gone. That's a significant part of the original cover art. So from a historic perspective, I'm really disappointed not to see that replicated in some way on the packaging for this. So, that's kind of a misstep as far as I'm concerned. But one of the things that I think is the worst about the way that they've packaged this is that it's in a cardboard sleeve. We talked about cardboard sleeves in my previous video about the Beatles anthologies moving from being in jewel boxes to cardboard sleeves in the new 2025 release. But not shocking to see this in cardboard sleeves because pretty much all the CDs are these days. But it's a 2-panel sleeve instead of a 3-panel sleeve. Why does it need to be a 3-panel? Well, there's 3 elements in here. There's 2 CDs and there's a booklet. Well, with only 2 panels, you've got to share one of those panels with the booklet and the CD in one of those, and then the other panel here for the other CD. Thankfully, they come out fairly easily. You don't have to struggle to get them out of there. And I know a lot of cardboard sleeves nowadays put the CD and the booklet in the same panel. So that's not uncommon. But for a deluxe edition, I'd like to see them make it a little bit more roomy. Case in point, take a look at the Rolling Stones' recent Black and Blue. This came out as a 2 CD edition, so same as the Prince album, but they've gone ahead and done this as a 3-panel fold-out. So you've got one each for the CDs and one for the booklet. Everything fits very nicely, folds up nice and clean. You still get spine, graphics on both sides of it. That's the way you do it. It keeps everything in its right place. It's very comfortably spaced out, and when I think of a deluxe edition, that's the kind of treatment I expect. But here with Prince, we get a 2-panel packaging. Now, let's talk about some of the things though that as if those weren't bad enough, this is really pretty horrible. So when I received this, you'll note here, you've probably seen there's this flap that comes over it to close it here. When I got this CD in the mail, there was a clear sticker holding it closed, and you can maybe even see the remnants of that sticker on the tab here. I had to peel a sticker off of the actual jacket of my CD to get it open. I'm carefully peeling at this thing because I'm scared with a cardboard sleeve that I'm going to tear the artwork trying to get a sticker off of it. There's no other way to get into it. You got to remove that sticker or slice into that sticker to get into it. Why would you do that with a cardboard sleeve? I ended up, as I said, carefully peeling off the side here that was on the back panel of the jacket, and then I folded the sticker over because I didn't want to risk peeling it any further. Probably, if you buy this, I'd say maybe get a razor blade or something and carefully slice through that. But that's just ridiculous with cardboard packaging that you could put a sticker on the actual jacket itself that has to be removed in order to get to the music inside. Then, once you do get that open, what you'll note here is that this tab and the packaging itself won't stay closed. I don't understand why you would design it to work that way. We don't have that problem with the Rolling Stones. The whole thing lays flat. As you open it up, it'll lay flat like that. It closes up nice and clean. But here with the Prince release, that doesn't stay closed at all. And it doesn't lay flat either. Maybe I'm nitpicking, but still, why would you design it that way? And with this tab, I don't understand what the purpose of the tab is in the first place. If you're going to have it be a tab like that, why not taper the edges so that they can tuck into the open end here and hold the whole thing closed? But they didn't, and I'm not about to cut those to taper them to keep it closed either. I don't want to wreck up the packaging any more than I was risking taking a label off of it. So this is just silly. It's a deluxe edition of an album. You're paying a premium price for this. You're investing your money in physical product. Take the time to make a quality physical product for those of us that are still investing in this stuff. That's just silly. It's just dumb. Like I said, I like the foil cover here. That's really sharp, but the fact that the logo is no longer part of the cover or any of the artwork is crazy. The fact that they went with a 2-panel package instead of a 3-panel package is stupid. A sticker holding the whole thing closed was a really poor choice. And then the fact that none of it even stays remotely closed when you set it down is just poor design. The B-sides disc is great. The packaging, just plain dumb. But I'll be curious to hear what you think. What do you think about cardboard sleeves? What do you think about the way that physical product is going? Do you think physical products should have a little bit more of a deluxe feel for them based on the fact that everybody else is streaming a lot of this stuff? What do you think about the album Around the World in a Day? And are you looking forward to hearing some of the B-sides and extended mixes that are available on the second disc of this, which I think, like I said, are a true goldmine? Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Once again, my name is Kyle, and this has been Track by Track. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Plus, check out some of these other videos below that I think you might also enjoy. And of course, be sure to click subscribe, because true music fans always want new releases the day they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.